August 23rd, 2022. This is a Victorian slant front desk that I purchased yesterday at an auction. And I'm going to be talking about the age and quality of the desk, as well as what's going to be required to bring the grain back in a mild restoration. What's really cool about it, a lot of things really, it's an extremely original, untouched desk. It's probably built around 1870, certainly built between 1870 and 1900 for sure, and I'll tell you how I know that. But it has the original poles, never been off. It's got the keyhole inserts that usually you find missing. It's got 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And incredibly, it has the original key. So this is a Eastlake Victorian piece. It's solid walnut with secondary woods of pine. This is a typical look for furniture of that age. These are soft woods, pine. Some really cool little things here. I've got my headset on so that you can see, but there's a lot of original nails, obviously. They're really kind of fun. It also has you can barely make it out, but it also has a marking on the back identifying the number. It's got these nice little detailed knobs here. Amazingly, the finial on the top is in excellent condition. Kind of showing you all that. This is a look from a little further back. So it's got a nice burl piece in the center of the lid. And what's really neat is it has this very unique fastening mechanism on these. They're not really typical dovetails. And these are called nap. It's a nap dovetailing machine that was patented in 1867. And it's called a cove and pin joint. This is a nice shot here of the dovetailing of that time. And in 1867, this was patented. It was a both quality and productivity improvement over doing it all by hand. So what this did is it increased the capability to make these heavy-duty, well-constructed pieces of furniture. I think this is a very early Eastlake, because what I've seen in the past is a lot more say accessories on the furniture. This is very straightforward, really pretty piece. And my goal is to highlight the grain of the wood, as well as get rid of, stains over the years. These are probably water stains. Obviously, in a desk like this, you see a lot of ink. I'm not expecting to do anything to the ink stains, but this is missing a piece of felt. And there's actually a piece of felt that came with that's a little bit too big. I might be able to cut it down I guess one question I have for people looking at this video is, should this be red or green? I've seen both. The piece that came with the desk is a red piece. This little drawer, it's got a kind of a neat dovetail on it. So if you've refinished furniture and you like the Victorian stuff or any type, really, you can see the grain is just gorgeous in this piece. It's walnut. I love walnut. I've done a lot of walnut pieces. This is, again, more water stains, if you will. The goal is to get rid of all those. So here's the side. No big dings, no dents. Really, really tremendous condition. So the lock is missing here. The lock is here. In the top, there's 3 locks, and this lock is obviously here. So maybe my goal might be to try to find another lock of the same design that I can get in there, so I can close that. This has got a latch on it. It's original to the piece. Just a manual latch. Here's the bottom of the desk. The drawer. It's about 50 inches tall, about 26, 28 inches wide, 18 inches deep. So, what are we going to do? Well, my friend Gordon, who's done a lot of walnut himself, and I have as well, but reminded me not to use water on this stuff. So I've picked up some lacquer thinner. I'm going to thoroughly clean the wood with lacquer thinner. I've got some tack cloths. I've got some latex gloves for cleaning, and some 4/0 steel wool. So I don't think, it's almost like whatever finish was on this originally, I think is going to come off easily with the lacquer thinner. So I'm going to be careful. I'm going to test a couple of spots, because what I want to do is get, if there is still a finish on it, because I can still feel this kind of rough. I'm not going to sand it. I'll do the 4/0 steel wool. But I'm just going to test a few places and see with the lacquer thinner if I can get most of the finish off this piece. I don't want it to look new. It's got a lot of character just the way it is, but I want to clean it. So I'm going to be very careful to start out with. The goal is to try to get this grain more highlighted. So I'm going to try cleaning it with lacquer thinner, see what happens. I'm going to test some spots. If I can get the finish off, then the grain is going to be more open to receiving. This is a real good product, Watco Danish oil. And I chose the dark walnut after looking at a couple of videos. It doesn't come out dark. It just highlights the grain a little more. And I want especially the center burl piece to pop. So what the wish is to go with the lacquer thinner to clean, the Danish oil to penetrate, and I think it's going to take several coats. I'll be using a cotton cloth to put that on, and then let it set in, and then wipe it down, and probably do it again, and maybe 3 times, I'm not sure. And then this is a nice seal. This removes years of wax and dirt buildup. Removes heat rings and watermarks. So if I don't get all the finish off, if the finish is still on there, then I'll probably just go straight to this Amish wood milk. Okay, it's going to be a fun little project. It's not like restoring a car, which I've been doing for the past 30 years. Kind of a step back. But I found this piece and I just couldn't resist it because it's so original and everything's there. Anything I used to see at auctions, these were especially rare to see on their original pieces. So, and again, it's 150 years old, with this cove and pin joint. That only took place in manufacturing from 1871 to around 1899. So it's at least 123 years old. I'm guessing it's more like 150. Okay, so that's it. Any comments? Just leave the comments, please. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing at least one more video of the process.